Disney Channel gone wild. I think I can get into this. Hello and welcome to my review of Spring Breakers. Guys, for the bad lighting, my light bulb went out just as I was about to film the review, and so I'm using my lamp right there, so I apologize for the lighting, only in one video. Not to mention, I was sick last week, so I could get out reviews, but I promise I will this week. All will be up tomorrow. So anyway, let me get into the acting in this film, but I should probably say who stars in it first. It stars Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens, and James Franco. And this movie... just watch my review and you'll find out. Acting in this film is fantastic. Selena Gomez is very good, Vanessa Hudgens is very good. Hold up. Okay, so there's something I really did not say here that I need to get into this review. One thing about the girls' performances is that Movie Kid Mike, on Michael Fairbanks now, who is back, definitely check out his channel, he's a great critic, and he gives a very good opposite review on this movie, from my opinion. He brought up the fact that these girls just scream and whine a lot, which I hate to be this guy, but I don't think people get it. I feel that they were written that way. That's how they were supposed to act. They were supposed to be whiny and yelly, and I feel that's what the intention was. And I really hate to be this guy, because it makes me sound all like... It just makes me sound snobby, and that's not what I am. But yeah, I had to bring that up. If I did put that in there, I wouldn't have been able to be happy with this review. So that's all I had to bring up. Oh, and for everyone who's going to write in the comments who didn't like it, you just liked it for the boobs. Well, I didn't. I didn't like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter, and that had boobs. That had nudity in it, so... Rachel Corinne is very good. I can't remember the other person's name. It's totally escaping me. But they are all very, very good. But the person who steals the show, he gives the performance of his life. James Franco. Any complaints I have had about James Franco's acting, all are gone. They are all gone. He is fantastic as this rapper / drug dealer named Alien. He is just... his performance blew my mind. You have to see it to believe it. I mean, you thought 127 Hours was good. This blows it out of the water. Blows it out of the water. Good job, James Franco. Let me get into the directing in this film. The director is Harmony Korine, which I've never actually seen one of his films. I've never seen Kids or Gummo, I believe he directed, or Gumo, I can't remember. But my friends who have seen his movies have always said, oh, I'd really like them. They're my type of movies. And you know what? If they're like this, then yeah, I think I'd really like him. He brings a very stylized way to tell his story. It looks very nice. And also, he tells it in such a unique way. He tells it in a very unique way. I'm just going to leave that unique because I don't want to spoil just how the story is told. But he does a fantastic job as well. And now let me get into the story. The plot of the film is that Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens, Rachel Corinne, and the other girl I still can't remember the name of go out on spring break when stuff happens and eventually they meet James Franco and it all goes just horribly, horribly wrong. And you know what? This story, I was 100% invested. The characters, they were all horrible, horrible people. But interesting, horrible people. They were interesting, horrible people. You see, characters can be horrible, but just make them interesting. For example, Vanessa Hudgens was horrible, but I was still interested in what her story was. Everyone was horrible, pretty much, except Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez plays this character called Faith, which is obviously referencing something, if you've seen the movie, that you know why she's called Faith, probably, by Harmony Korine, the writer, as well. And just, she's the only good one. She's very pure. She's just like, I wanna have fun, but do you think this is a good idea? She's sort of voice of reason, and unfortunately, she doesn't always work with the other group, but I don't want to spoil anything else than that. But this story had me 100% invested. Not to mention, the music I thought was very good. I thought the music was used very well. Especially one scene, my favorite scene in the entire movie. Best use of a Britney Spears song ever. Best use of a Britney Spears song ever. If you've seen the movie, you know that, like, Chris Tuckman brought it up in his review, best use of a Britney Spears song ever as well. You know it is. If you've seen the movie, you know it's the best use ever. I mean, how could you use a Britney Spears song any better than how they use it? Just brilliant. It's brilliant. Not to mention, the story, it goes from the first half an hour, don't go in expecting a wild party movie. Okay, just don't go in expecting a wild party movie, because that is not what you are going to get. And I understand if people don't love this movie like I did. I totally understand that. It's like a VHS, or a glimpse inside the mind of Charlie Swan III, which I'm going to bring up that in a few moments. But, yeah, if you don't like it, I understand. It is not for everyone. However, I loved it. I adored it. And the ending to this movie. So, I've heard different things. I've heard some people say they really like it. I've heard some people say they don't really like it. Now, me, I found it to be very satisfying, and my eyes were glued to the screen the whole time during the ending. I thought it was a great ending, honestly. I was very satisfied. I'm glad they ended it that way. I do have to say something. I had one major problem with the movie. They repeat lines from the same scene, and it's not like, and they just repeat it over and over. And it's not like, it doesn't make sense at times. At times it makes sense why they repeat it. Maybe it's like a catchphrase. But, and at times it makes sense that they do it over again and they repeat it. It makes sense at times. But when it doesn't, I was just like, oh, you're dragging the movie out. Don't do that. I really like this movie. Keep it that way. And luckily, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm going to give Spring Breakers an A. I adored it. I'm not sure if everyone else will, but hey, you guys see the movie, make your own opinion. Tell me what you thought of Spring Breakers in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, please like, favorite, and subscribe for more.